Appreciate that. Thanks, guys. All right. All right. Oops, here we go. Okay, so let's get going. Next things here. A little balance. Oh, so grab a blanket, something soft. We got to start kind of taking up the balance things up a notch. So, and you can judge how thick you want. Make it a little thicker, it's gonna be a little harder. All right, what do we have for balance today? Okay, so, and let's start with just some RDLs, okay? So you're gonna take your hands and you don't even need any weight, just reaching down, coming back up. So this leg is staying fairly straight. It's a Romanian deadlift. 2 hands coming down. Try to touch the towel. Come back up. 2. If you're on the flat ground, yeah, it'll for sure be a little easier. Oh, having a hard time. 3. So you can do these on a Bosu ball as well. I find even on a towel, it's pretty tough. Whoa. All right. So let's shoot for 10, 6, 7, 8, 9, all right, 10. If you're having trouble, just make your towel a little less thick. Okay. And if the towel's kind of wobbly, that's okay. That's just part of the exercise, or you can flatten it out if you're really struggling. The idea, again, with RDL is to keep your back leg and your torso fairly in, try to keep it in one line. There you go. 1. So you can do these with a little weight, but it's not really necessary here. 4, 5, 6. It's going a little better. 7, 8, 9, 10. All right, trying to stay on that same foot. Okay, we're gonna stay on the same foot for a second and work on some figure 8s. Still on your towel. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, let's go the other direction. Let's just do 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Switch legs. All right. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Other direction. 1, 2, 3, 4. All right, stay on that foot. We're gonna hang here for a second. All right. Okay, we're gonna add one exercise, just more static. You're gonna bring your foot up and sit down into a figure 4. All right, we'll stay for just 15 seconds or so. Try to keep quiet, balance. All right, switch legs. All right, back into figure 4. All right. I liked it. Hop up for a second. So I got a fairly thick towel here. Towel, beach blanket, whatever. If that was like fairly easy for you, you need to make that towel a little thicker, okay? So if it was hard for you, good, should be. Okay, let's try one more. I'm gonna try going a little thicker. All right, see if I can handle that. Actually, I'll go into third maybe. All right, so it's definitely not flat anymore, okay? So, and balancing, so if you got a little bit thicker one, and let's just go for just straight up balance. This one is way harder. All right, if you can handle that, let's go for a little leg swing. I think this is, there we go. All right, into figure eight. The ankle, should feel that glute really engaged. All right, let's switch legs. All right, balancing. All right, there we go. Let's go just for swings. All right, and figure eights. All right, excellent. A little extra balance today. Super. Okay. There we go with some core. Let's start right up with switching it up today. We'll do a little crunch. Oh, yeah, sorry. We missed part of our other warm up here. Shoulders. Let's take a second. Warm up the shoulders. Overhead. Figure eights. Okay, let's do our squats, overhead squats. Still struggling with these. Here we go. 1. Let's go down for 15, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. All right. Excellent. We're going to go straight on to what do we have? Oh, good mornings. Here we go. Nice flat back. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Okay. Let's hop up and add in our bull bangs. We'll just do the one today. Okay, so this one we're curled up, so this is glutes all the way through lower back and shoulders up. Let's go for 15 each side, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Hold it for a second. 8. Try to get your hand above horizontal. 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Switching sides. 1. There we go. And try to drive that foot, up a tiny bit, mostly back. 3. Curl over. 4. 5. 6. 7. 8. 9. 10. 11. 12. 13. 14. 15. All right. Okay, let's hop up and move on. Back. One more set of overhead squats. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 13, 14, 15. All right. This ski pole for me, I'm able to kind of keep an eye on where my hands are each time. So I'm trying to go slightly narrower. Normally I'm like way out here on the very end. And if I can pull my hands in even like an inch or 2 on each side, get a lot better shoulder stretch. So try to work on that. Same thing when you do these things. If you can pull your hands in a tiny bit, works pretty well. All right. So, all right. Here we go. Let's go back to some good mornings. Okay, and this time really flattening out the upper back. Most of you guys are being pretty good at flattening out the lower back. Try to pinch your shoulder blades together. Keep your head up. 2. As you come down. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. It's another really good posture exercise. 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. All right. And to the old bangs. All right. I'm guessing most of you guys are of the vintage like me. You remember Vegard Ulvang. Top Norwegian skiers of the 80s and 90s. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, shooting for 15, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. And nice curled up. 2, 3, get long. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. All right. Okay. Time to move on to some running mechanics. Okay. Lateral shuffle. Make a little room here. Okay, lateral shuffle drill. So that was this one, right? Where you're starting with the inside knee up, right? 1, 2, up, right? 1, 2, up. So again, just to get that rhythm, if I'm moving to my left knee is up, my right hand is up, and going across 1, 2, up. I'm stopping briefly for 1 second. Good posture, hands up, arms moving, right? So that's kind of what you want as opposed to here. All right. Okay, there we go. Shooting for 30. Then we'll go right into quick rest, and then we'll go into toe taps. Okay, there we go. So this one, you can feel this one a little bit. Here we go. 1, 2, up. 1, 2, up. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Let's go. 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Let's hold it up there. I want to keep good form. So, okay. 2-second break. And we're moving it up today. Going up to 40 toe taps. Okay, here we go. Body close, arms in. Here we go. Breath, and we'll go right back into side shuffle and toe taps. Okay, should be breathing a little bit. Here we go. 20 toe tap, or 20 side shuffles, and go. 1, 2, up. 1, 2, up. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. All right. Charging through. 40. Ready and go. All right. Okay. Again, if those are too hard, you can use slightly lower box. If you need a little harder, you can up the tempo, and or use even a slightly. You could go up to maybe, slightly higher box if you like, box or chair, whatever you're using. If you don't have for those, you can even use a wall or something that you're, the outside wall that you can even kick. But I really like to be able to put my foot on something. Okay, wall drills. Okay, everybody's making pretty good progress on these. So we left at, so here, maybe you can just check your form here. Up. So you get a nice long body position. Don't want to be hunched. Want to try to be long. All right. We're going to go for sets of 5 with 2 hands supporting, okay? Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Little rest. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Little rest. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Little rest. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All right. Okay. I'll switch to one arm. Now, one arm. Looks like this. Right? If you get your left hand up, right hand up, left knee up, right hand up. All right? Okay. So let's do the same thing, shooting for sets of 5. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Catch yourself. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And once more. 1, 2, 4, 5. All right. Okay. A little drink. And we'll switch hands. Again, this is a good kind of core exercise too. You try to keep your body from flopping. Try to keep your body kind of your shoulders and hips from twisting and turning. All right, so right knee up, left hand up, and we go for 5. 1, 2, 3. Oh, I got off. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, easy to pivot. 1, 2, 3. And one more. 1, 2, 3, 4. 6 actually. Hard to finish on 5 sometimes. Okay. All right, last one, we're gonna do rapid fire. Same thing, holding 2 hands, go for 20. Okay, really trying to be short contact time. All right, gonna try to keep your back straight, not hunched. Here we go, rapid fire. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, that was pretty good. Wall drills. For Monday, I want to keep kind of progressing on the running mechanics and kind of the intensity that we do in that. We'll kind of extend that a little bit. All right. Okay. New exercise. Windmills. Somewhere it's nice to have a fairly light weight. I don't know, anywhere from 5 to 20 pounds. You guys may have done this. This is shoulder and let me see, do a best side view here. So you have a weight. Again, you don't actually need a weight. You're gonna slide one hand down your leg this way, and the other on the arm is totally stretched up. You're gonna look up towards it, the side bend down and up. My range of motion right now is quite small with this. A lot of people are able to go lower. You're gonna feel it in here and your shoulder. It's not a big range of motion. Down and looking up. So that's 4, 5. Most people, maybe 5 pounds even. If you're finding trouble doing it, you can just get rid of the weight entirely and just going down, control, back up. All right. gonna switch arms. So this is the windmill. You can see my feet, my hand is just gonna slide down here. I'm trying to stay in this plane, not over here. Other hand, I'm gonna just bag the weight this way, and I'm just gonna slide down. My hand has up, 2. So the hand stays vertical. I move down, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I have a 15-pound weight. It was too much for me. Probably 5 or 10 would probably be better. There are a lot of young athletes that I work with who are probably 13 years old that can do 20 pounds with that. They just have a lot of better body flexibility. You can even use an Nalgene with the full Nalgene of water. That's like 3 pounds. It works pretty well. All right, windmills, V-ups. Okay, you guys are pros on those now. Hop on to V-up. Oh. These I'm good at. But that was a struggle. Okay. Thanks. So you can kind of start moving from 10 to maybe 15 V-ups. Okay. Going back to windmills. All right. So hand up, slide down. Shoot for 8 to 10. 2, 3. Again, try to keep looking up at your hand. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. In case you're wondering what this does, mobility in the trunk and shoulder stability. All right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 8. Okay, I think we'll start including those a lot. Okay, V-ups. There you go. Thanks. Okay, we got our first set down. Push-ups. And match these with Russian twist. Okay. Hopefully now we're shooting to 10 to 15 on the push-ups. 50. Hi, cute girl. Would you? My shoes. Oh, I'm sorry, honey. I don't see him in here. Russian twist. Girl was missing your shoes. Huh? I don't think they're here. Okay. Throwing in another ab. So these, if you can keep your feet off the ground, that's good. You can also keep them on the ground. You still do, get that lateral part. And then turning your body and shoulders, shooting for 10 to 20, 2, 8, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. All right, there we go. Next set of push-ups. Push-ups and twist. All right. End of 15. Come on, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 14, 15. Okay, I don't know about you guys. My legs were pretty tired after Mondays. So hence taking a little easier on the legs today. Okay, last Russian twist. And go, here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. All right.
Yeah, how much weight are you using?
I'm using 35.
Okay, thanks.
I would just say for all these exercises, in general, we'll keep the reps somewhere, around the 8 to 15, 10 to 15. And you guys should try to increase weight, a little bit every week if possible, or every week. So if I used, I don't know, a 10-pound, maybe I could find a way of increasing a little bit to 12 or something. So, yeah. I like with the core exercises to try to keep enough resistance so that you don't have to do more than 20. Otherwise, you're kind of there all day. So, all right. Standing row. So you guys, backpack works nicely. I got, I think, 25 pounds in here, but you can use 2 dumbbells or a backpack with some weight. We did this one last week. This is nice for deltoids and those upper back. This is basically how the exercise wants to look here. Very good posture, elbows coming high right into here. 2. All right, it's the same thing, kind of 10 to 12, 2. Again, that backpack, or you can use 2 dumbbells, like 8 or 10 pounds. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. There we go. And again, this is kind of a health of your shoulders exercise, not something you have to like crush it with huge amounts of weight. All right, so standing row and bands. I think my daughter stole my gray band. All right, I'm on the purple today. Monster walks. And just for change of pace, I think most everyone has been doing, the monster walks with the band around the ankles. Maybe want to just try for a little change, putting them around the knees. All right, getting low, same thing. Just changes it a little bit. So monster walk was this one, right? Where we step forward. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 12, and going backwards. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 12. If you find those really easier when you do them around your knees, 2 things. 1, make sure you're really forcing your knees, and 2, you can do a couple more. It's definitely a little different, knees versus ankles. All right. And if you want, you can just leave your band on and go back to your backpack for rows. Yeah, nice good posture. Here we go. If it was a little too easy, you can always add a little weight. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. All right. Going back to monster walks. I'm gonna do one around my knee and my ankle this time. I got a lighter one around my ankles. Kind of important to keep changing the stimulus. So again, monster walk. So that's walking forward, keeping those knees and ankles wide. And keep the resistance on the whole time, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and going back. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 13. All right. Okay. Monster walks. Done. Okay. Mountain climbers. So We did mountain climbers last time. Basically, looks like this, right? So in a push-up position, driving your knees forward. It's kind of a fairly anaerobic exercise, hips and core. All right. If you are, if you have any shoulder things or getting in a push-up position is difficult, you could try them, standing up vertical, or if you want to just do a different exercise, you could try Jane Fonda's, for example. All right, here we go. Okay, we're taking it up. I'm shooting for 50. Okay, set of 50. Here we go. And go. All right. Okay, Superman. All right. The Superman with a little bit of weight. You have some water bottles. I have 2 Nalgene's. Actually, we'll start. I guess we'll start with 2 for now. So Superman is going to be a little more shoulder work here. You guys can see me okay. There we go. Okay. I'm going to plunk down on the ground. Oh. And. All right. Got a heart rate monitor on that's not making me happy right now. Okay. So we did some of these before where we did some presses. So we have a couple exercises to do while laying flat. All right. So we're going to start with the press. Okay. So get your thighs off the ground. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, once you got 10 of those, drop 1. And now we're just gonna circle around. All right, you're gonna pass it forward. And we'll do 6 each direction. So get your glutes nice and tight, thighs off the ground, shoulders and chest off the ground. That's 2. 3. 4. 5. 6. Okay, let's rest for a second. Put your hands behind. Keep those glutes tight. Thighs off the ground. All right, let's go 6 back the other way. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay. Woof. That was tough. Okay. Superman. All right, back to mountain climbers. Here we go. Shoot for 50. Let's do easy. Feel free to add on a couple. Here we go. Really try to drive your knees forward as far as you can. And go. 1. 50. All right, get the heart rate up. All right. Back down for some Superman. This is like, this is my Achilles heel for sure. All right.
Are you just firing in your upper trapezius, or are you supposed to try and use between your shoulder blades? I feel like you'd have a really hard time not over engaging your upper trapezius.
So for these, the press you mean, or either one?
Yeah, the press.
Yeah, as long as it's really light. I mean, these should be light, pretty light. You're just kind of going through range of motion. I mean, your traps are definitely working, but I think I feel mostly in my shoulders, I guess. If it's, bugging you, you can definitely do it without weight as well, just going through the range of motion. So, kind of up to you. Especially starting low, all the way out. Low, all the way out. So, anyway,
okay.
Let's keep it count rolling. So, shoot for 10 to 15, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. All right. I think that's all I got. Okay. Now let's go for the passing. So glutes engaged, thighs off the ground. It's kind of a little bit of a rest position. And let's go passing one direction. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And rest in the back. And let's go the other direction. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Good. All right. Okay. All right. So we kind of saved our really last, just our only hard leg exercises. Thruster here and dead bug. So you grab a drink of water, we'll hit thruster and hip lifts. So next set, thrusters and dead bug. Good for both. And, oops. Now that we're off the ground, just gonna tip that up a tiny bit. Okay. Again, look for some really good posture here. As you go down, keep your eyes up and straight up push. Here we go. Anywhere from 8 to 12, depending on your weight. 2. 3. 5. Thrusters. And the dead bug. Okay. I think we're at about, last time we did these, shoot for 45. go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Keep your back flat. 6, 7, 8, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 1, 22, 23, 24, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 30. Ooh. Or if I can make 45. There you go. 2, 3, 4, 6, 7, 8, 39, 40. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All right, back to thrusters. Okay. Last set of thrusters. Here we go. Nice and low. As you go above your head, tighten your abs. Make sure your knees are pointing out a little bit. Okay. All right, let's see. Let's set of dead bugs. This really isn't that different from the hollow hold. Maybe slightly more interesting. I like to have a exercise that involves some movement. So, all right, let's shoot for somewhere around 40. How's that? All right, here we go. 1, 2, keep that back pressed flat. 2, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, oh boy, 29, 30. Again, if you need to rest for a second, keep your back flat, just bring your knees in. All right, and you can always move a shorter amount. There we go. Just try shooting for 15 more. That's 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. All right. Okay. Last set here, we got hip lift and IYTs. All right. So your hip lift, I'm gonna try today, getting my hip up on the box. Usually I've been a little bit lower. This will probably make it slightly harder. Anyway, somewhere from 8 to 10 inches is probably good. I'm gonna give it a shot on the box just to see what that's like today. So this is, again, primarily glutes. Hip lift, hit your body pretty close. All right, and Drive it down, drive it up. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I think this box is a little too tall. All right, here we go. Other leg. 1. Sliding. 2, 3, 4. Remember, kind of engage your glutes and your core and your abs as you start. So you're really working the glutes as you go up. All right. So those again, shooting 8 to 10. Okay, IYTs. Okay, I'm changing up my IYTs. And, you know, most exercises we're gonna try to increase weight. Some of these ones that work all the smaller muscles, you don't necessarily need to increase weight, but maybe increase the range of motion. So I went down a little bit in weight. These are probably 2.5 pounds from 5. I'm gonna try to get my hands a little bit higher than I was before. All right, IYTs. Here we go. Start up front. 1, 2, 3, 4. Down. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 4. 4. All right, let's move to the Ys. 4. 1, 2, 4. I'm gonna try and hold for a little bit longer too. It's a little lighter weight. 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 4. All right, and the T's, really focus on those little muscles, the rhomboids. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 4. All right. Yeah, I think I was able to really do that. A little better quality. All right. Here we go. Back to hip lifts. I am moving to a smaller step here. That was not working for me there. Okay. Here we go. Okay, last set of hip lifts. I feel these are like kind of tricky to do well. Really try to work on starting with a vertical thigh. All right. So when you start here and then you just get that other leg going straight towards the sky and lift up. 1, 2, engaging glutes. 3, a little bit of hamstrings. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 12. All right, switching sides. 1, 2, 3, 4, 7, 8, 9, 10. All right. All right. Well, that's it. That was good. Definitely felt a big difference in the height. I think the 16-inch box was way too high. I have about 6 inches here. That was maybe a little on the low side. So trying to find something in between. Probably perfect for the hip lifts. Okay, IYTs. This is a great exercise really before starting roller skiing, and then making sure you keep this up all like IYTs, even if it's just once a week. Okay, here we go. Let's start with the eyes. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. So you got about a 3 to 4 second hold on each one. I'm going slightly longer with the lightweight. All right, let's move on to our Ys. 1, 2, 3, 4. And T's. And if your weights are, sometimes you can even switch weights if you want for the last 5, if these are really easy for you. Try to get those above shoulder height. You can see where I am. I'm like perfectly horizontal. That is ideally not good. I want to be able to try to get them above, really pinching them forward. All right. Okay. Nice work. Okay, so I did want to show everybody, I think I mentioned this earlier, getting a Swiss ball. I'm guessing many of you have them. Those of you that don't, I would encourage you to get one. I'd like to start including it. You do a lot of cool balance, stretching, hamstring stuff, even upper body stuff on these, a lot of core things. So try to get one of these, ideally if you could by next Thursday. So, all right, I think we kind of worked through it. Let's take a second to stretch. Maybe we can go back to some side stretches for a second here. And we'll throw in a little bit of balance as we leave as well. As in all stretching here, the side one just seems even more, if you can breathe into it, you get a little more range of motion. Let's go back to the other side. Pull your arm through. All right, let's try figure 4. I like this one mostly for the balance sake. Pulling up. I can just try sitting down. You can sit a little bit more, that's even better. Try to keep your body upright. Oops. Let's try switching legs. All right. Whoa. All right, and let's wrap up with some sun salutations here, which for me means trying to straighten your body up, get those hands up nice and tall, shoulders, stretch out your abs a little bit, and then let's fold over for some hamstrings, and then walk it back into down dog, stretching out those calves. Now, let's walk your hands, walk your feet, back up your hands, back into all hamstring stretch. And up. And let's do one more. Down. And walk it back, stretching out those calves. I really like the way that feels. I'm gonna walk them back, stretch the calves kind of dynamically, and then walk back into the hamstring stretch. Walk them towards. Oh, I seem to always get a little bit more length out of it after like 3 of those. And back up. And nice and tall. All right. So I try to put all the exercises that I'm really bad at, that I feel like have developed bad habits from typical ski training over many years. And so these are the things that kind of help straighten you out and hopefully keep you uninjured. Anyway, thanks everybody. Yeah, have a great weekend. We'll see everyone.
See you Monday.
Monday.
See you Monday. Thank you.
Excellent. Thanks, guys.
Thanks. Bye.
Thanks, Fiat.
Yeah.
Bye, Pia.
Bye, guys. See you, Tom.
Will we get a Saturday workout?
Yeah, I was gonna send some just a short, something that's pretty short, but so that you can keep making some progress.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah,
Okay,
yeah,
thanks.
it won't be a hard one. Okay, cool. Thanks, everyone. That was cool.